So I tell him, I don't want him in this town either. And so then we have a gunfight. I miss completely. Because I'm like 12. So I like shoot way off. He hits me in the leg and he's like, consider that a warning. And I'm like, a warning taken.
Beware and warning and welcome, everybody, to Choose Your Own Book Club, podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. So, my name is Peter, I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby, I'm also a librarian.
And today we're talking about Deadwood City.
Yeehaw!
I like the enthusiasm.
Giddy up! Riding ropes and cattle.
Keep going.
Get along, little doggies.
I'm sure they all said that in real life.
Sweet sassy molassie. I don't have any more.
Okay.
I'm sure I could come up with some. I feel like most of their cowboy expressions were totally just made up on the seat of their pants.
Mm-hmm. There wasn't someone who's writing them all down. So this is the 8th book in the series. This was written by Edward Packard. But like we said in our last episode, this is actually like the 2nd or 3rd book that Edward Packard wrote. Mm-hmm. And he kind of repurposed it once R.A. Montgomery and Packard went over to Bantam Books. So this is actually the 8th book in the series. There's a cat in our studio. Normally we record in my library, but I'm between libraries now. So we are recording in Abby's basement. If it's a little echoey, that's why. And if there's just random cats, that's why too.
Binks is curious, and he loves cowboy stuff. He likes westerns a lot.
They're problematic, Binks. You shouldn't like westerns. Well, I mean, you can. I like westerns. I like Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games. Good, Bad, and the Ugly is one of my favorite movies.
Everybody loves True Grit.
True Grit's fun.
True Grit.
But westerns can get a little problematic.
Westerns are very problematic. This one, not excluded.
Well, we can get into that. I think we'll get into it.
Yeah, we will. I mean, it's not as bad as some of them. So I guess that's...
For a book that was written in the late 70s, I was like,
yeah,
saddle up, because we're going into Problem Town.
We're going into Gentrificationville.
But it was mostly okay. But we'll get into it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, how about let's get into Choose Your Own Summary?
Choose Your Own Summary.
Let's get into Choose Your Own Summary.
Choose Your Own Summary.
Ba-ding! That's my spittoon. So, Abby, you are going to summarize this book in 60 seconds or less, but you have to choose how you want to do it. Mm-hmm. So, option 1 is you're going to summarize this book in a Western voice, and it has to get more rude and tootin' as it goes on.
Okay.
So, starting off normal.
Okay.
And then going up to full-on sarsaparilla by the end.
Turn it up to level 11.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So that's option 1. Option 2 is you have to draw the main villain while you're describing the book.
But he's so cute. I would get distracted.
See, just think about boys.
He's dreamy.
Because yeah, Paul Granger did the illustrations. We kind of talked a little bit about Paul Granger last time. But this villain has a very distinct look. Mm-hmm. So if you want to try to draw him in 60 seconds while you're describing...
No, I'm good.
The choice is yours,
I
Abby.
mean, he looks like mashed potatoes. I don't even know how to describe him. He's a mashed potato face.
He also has teeth that like you would draw when like you were a kid.
Yeah, he
has
like piano teeth.
Yeah, it's just a mouth and then like zigzags for teeth.
Oh, sir, get some dental help. I'm gonna go with option 1. I'm gonna get more root and tootin' as I go.
Okay, very nice. So I'm gonna get a timer going. Give me a minute. Let's go.
Well, howdy. I am a young
See, you already started off a little.
No, I'm just normal right now. Well, okay. Howdy. I'm a young child riding a horse into town. and I get into a place called Deadwood City, and I have to decide if I'm going to go into the saloon or I'm going to go to the hotel or the sheriff. Now, where am I going to go? I'm going to decide to go to the saloon, maybe. Well, no matter where I go, I might get a job, or I might have to fight somebody. I'm going to have to fight a guy named somebody Maloney. I don't remember his name. Hold on. Malloy. Somebody Malloy. He sounds Irish, but he don't look it. He sure don't look it. I'm going to fight this guy because I'm a rootin' tootin' roundup guy. But he don't fight back because he's a coward and hurt. I'm going to get some money.
10 seconds.
And then maybe I don't get the money. Maybe I become a farmhand or something. Either way, indigenous people are involved, and that's where it gets problematic.
All right, well, that was good. Do you need to, like, settle down and, like, get back? Are you, like, stuck in your rootin' tootin' voice?
No, I just don't know if it was so shrill at the end that people get...
You're spiking the whole time?
Woo! Are people going to even be able to understand what happened?
See, you just were so rootin' tootin' a little bit there.
I'm from Wisconsin. That's just how I sound. No.
We all talk like this in Wisconsin.
It's like when Austin Butler played Elvis and then he was just stuck in Elvis for 2 years. That's how I am when I get into character, okay? I get stuck,
for a minute.
I get stuck there for a minute.
That makes sense. I'm glad your cat wasn't thrown off by your voice.
Oh, no. I make dumb voices around the house all the time. He's like, yeah, this is fine. This tracks with reality.
This is my nightmare.
He's like, this is my mama.
Well, let's just set up the book a little bit. So...
I did a great job. Imagine
you always do a great job.
On horseback, riding along a desert trail, humming a tune.
Well, this one starts off odd because the books usually start off by saying, you are this, and this is your mission.
Yeah.
But this book starts off with, imagine yourself, ... So it's very, like, zen. Like, You have to get into, like, the mind space.
Right. It's like, okay, close your eyes and breathe.
Okay.
You're
breathe
riding
in,
on a horseback.
breathe out.
You're
imagine
on
yourself.
a desert trail. You're humming a tune. And I'm like, bop, bip, bop.
It's about to get a little rootin' tootin'.
Do-do-wop, dip-dop-doo-dop.
Should have brought my banjo. I have a banjo. Could have brought it.
I have a really terrible broken banjo. Do you want
Is it like a cartoon banjo where, like, someone, like, hit you over the head with it, and so, like, it's like...
No, it definitely looks that way, though. It was my great-grandpa's.
Oh, that's fun.
That's cute.
So it starts off by saying, imagine yourself. You're on horseback. You're humming a desert tune. It's umbop. And
it's definitely mbop.
And so you see the snow-capped Rocky Mountains, and so you're approaching Deadwood City.
I wonder how they named it that way.
Yeah, couldn't come up with an original name. So just Deadwood City. Have you ever actually been to Deadwood?
No.
Oh, I was when I was a kid.
Really?
We saw, like, the Black Hills, and I remember none of it.
No, but I've seen the show Deadwood.
Yes.
And it ended very unsatisfactorily.
With the movie or the...
Both.
Okay.
Both.
I only saw the first season. I really liked the first season, and then that was about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A tangent.
But that's what this...
A tangent. A little baby mansion.
A little baby mansion?
Sure. Whatever.
Wouldn't that just be a house?
Yeah, baby mansion is a house. That's how it works. And then the house has a baby, and it's a shed.
When two houses love each other very much.
Yeah, they make a baby. It's a shed.
None of this is going to be good audio.
No, it's going to be terrible. Okay, anyway.
So you ride into town.
Yep.
And you have three choices. You can go into the saloon.
Yep.
You can go to the hotel.
Sure can.
You can go to the sheriff's office. Ew, to the sheriff's office?
Yeah, why do I want to go there?
It's the Old West. I don't know.
What do I have to do there? Like, it's such a bad option.
Well, it never really says what your mission is right away. Because the other books are set up like...
Exactly.
This is who you are. This is kind of more or less what you're trying to do. You're just kind of just walking into this town kind of willy-nilly rootin' tootin'.
Yeah, and you ride in and you're like, it's a little quiet. Maybe I should go to the sheriff. No. I ride into town and it's quiet and I'm like, oh, nice. This seems great. This is my relaxation journey. Starting right now. And then I'm like,
so
cool.
You're treated more like you're on vacation.
Yeah, I'm here to chill.
So you would want to go to the hotel right away.
I didn't. I wanted to go and just like wet my whistle. Wet my whistle.
Well, we can get into the first run-throughs in a little bit. But the overarching framework for this is that there is a bad cowboy, a bad guy.
A bad actor.
He's a rough customer.
He's rough.
And what was his name? He is...
Carl Maloney or something.
Kurt Malloy. Kurt Malloy is coming to town with his gang.
Such a bad guy name.
What would you come up with?
For a bad guy name?
Yes.
Literally anything else. I would have named him like Tufts Magoo.
Tufts Magoo?
Shut up. You just put me on the spot and I had to come up with something. Tank McGiver. I don't know.
Okay, that's
if
better.
he's going to be Irish, Mick is going to be better. Malloy Kurt Malloy, he sounds like a shoemaker.
Who's the guy from Decemberus? Colin Malloy. It'd be so much funnier if it was Colin Malloy.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to ride up like crooning.
Mm-hmm. I'm riding into town today.
Yeah, right? With his like little giant glasses.
Whenever you do a Colin Malloy accent, it has to be over-enunciating, but also a little cockney in there.
Right? And he's going to be using big fancy words on his... No, I'm not going to... I'm not afraid of that guy. Nobody's afraid of that guy. If they're telling me that this bad guy's coming and his name is Kurt Malloy, I'm gonna giggle.
You're gonna try to like pinch his cheeks.
I'm like, oh, you're so sweet.
But anyway, Paul Granger usually has like really kind of out there illustrations, kind of Rocky and Bullwinkle we compared him to last time. But yeah, the illustration for Kurt Malloy is ridiculous.
Yeah, he has piano teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And oh gosh, he has on a gigantic hat that also has a mustache. Like he has a mustache and his hat has a mustache.
Basically. So that's kind of the framework is that Kurt Malloy is coming into town with his gang, and the town definitely fears him. But that's not necessarily your mission to get rid of him. You run into him a bunch of times, but your mission is kind of more loose.
Yeah, you don't really have one mission. Your mission is like whatever you choose to do.
Which I know you prefer.
Yeah, I like those kind of more loosey-goosey ones. It's nice because that very much embodies the choose your own adventure thing to me, where it's like when you start out, yeah, you can choose any one of these three paths, saloon, hotel, or sheriff. And every single one of those times you can run into this bad guy, but every one of those times you can also, have like 4 other paths open up to you.
Right.
Which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. So I guess let's go through first run-throughs, but you mentioned that you went to the saloon first.
I sure did.
But before we talk about that, I think we should mention that the illustrations for this are of the main character are clearly of a girl.
They sure are.
Which is really cool.
Which is really cool. I was excited about that.
Because obviously the text is always just you, whatever you're bringing to the table, whatever your gender is. But the illustrations are usually of boys or of men.
Yeah.
What was that one? Your codename is Jonah.
Yeah. Or the last time it was that like slightly androgynous person.
Yes.
And it was like, oh, it could be read
could
as
be either
a boy or a girl.
Either
or a non-gendered individual. And so it was like, oh, you could really read that person as whoever.
Right.
But this one, it's like, oh, this is like one of the first times where it's like, this is drawn as a young girl.
Yes.
So that's really cool. I was interested in that.
So you went to the saloon first.
Sure did.
But I love the idea of just a girl going into like this old-timey saloon.
Right. I'm a 12-year-old girl. I'm going into a saloon and I'm like, what am I going to do? Give me some shots. Shots. Like, no, Oh.
Because the only option, I think, when you go into the saloon is you have to, like, go to, like, the gambling table. So, like, sitting down with these, like, hardened gamblers.
Oh, for sure.
During the day.
Yeah.
There's a bartender in the background in the illustration, and they all have, like, there's, like, big frosty, like, beers.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they're day drinking with this child.
Right. Which was really fun. Because, yeah, that was my first run through. I went to the saloon, and I walk in there, and I'm like, howdy, y'all. And then I go on in to the saloon, and I sit down, and I'm going to play cards. Because you can either decide to play cards, or you can leave. And I was like, I mean, I'm here. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to wet my whistle. I'm going to play some cards with these fellas. So I sit down. I start to play cards. And apparently not very good at cards because I'm a child. I actually win a couple
You thought
hands.
it was Go Fish.
I actually do okay at poker for a while, and then I start to lose, and they're like, oh, hate to inform you, but whoever loses this next hand has to go out and fight the bad guy. And I'm like, oh. Okay, nuts. So anyway, I lose, and then I gotta go out and fight him. So So that was my favorite part. Exactly. They're like, oh, you lost, you go. And I'm like, you're sending me out? I'm a child.
I just got here, too.
But then I'm like, oh, but I'm a child with a gun, so I guess.
Yeah, in all the pictures, you have, like, a 6-shooter.
I sure do. I'm, like, waltzing out in my, like, spotted kerchief with my big 10-gallon cap on and my 6-shooter strapped to my side. This guy's watching me. He's got, like, a huge cap on with a cigar.
And also, in the pictures, like, the 6-shooter is as big as your, like...
Oh, it's as big as my whole thigh. Yeah. Like, for real. It goes down to my knee. And, like, I've got spurs on my boots, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to go out and fight this bad guy.
So I think even, like, a grown person would have trouble, like, with that gun.
Right?
But
oh, yeah.
just imagine, like, a child.
Kickback on that. It's got to be insane. I have no interest in shooting a gun, but I'm like, I would definitely probably fail at that.
Sorry, I'm being attacked by a cat.
No, there's a cat climbing up the back of the chair. Binks, get out of here. Come on, stinker. Okay.
Go on, get it.
Get out of here, you varmint. So anyway, the adults are all too afraid to go out themselves, so they send a child out in their place to fight Kurt Malloy. So I get out there, and Malloy's like, I don't want you in this town, kid. And so that's when I know that he realizes that I'm actually a child. I'm not an adult in this scenario. It's not like, I'm just imagining myself in this place. I am a child. Because he says, I'm not sure I want you in this town, kid. And so then I have to decide.
Well, he might be one of those people that just calls everybody kid, though.
True,
but keep going.
Like, in a demeaning way.
Yes.
Maybe. But anyway, I have to decide if I'm going to tell him I don't want him either, or if I'm just going to like, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to be a bigger man or whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to tell him I don't want him here either. So I tell him, I don't want him in this town either. And so then we have a gunfight. I miss completely. Because I'm like 12. So I like shoot way off. He hits me in the leg and he's like, consider that a warning. And I'm like, a warning taken. But then I am like, given the option. I'm like, do I stay in Deadwood or do I leave? Do I stay here so that I can find him and seek revenge, or do I go? And I'm like, I'm going to get revenge. Duh. But instead of...
your injury is never addressed either.
No, it's like, oh, you like heal up and wait in Deadwood. And he comes back and he's robbing banks. And then you go and get the marshal, and then you and the marshal and 2 deputies like go to the bank and you all have your guns, and Malloy like surrenders because he's a coward at heart. And then I get reward money. Yeah!
This is very anticlimactic.
That was my first run through. I beat the bad guy and I got the money.
Well, we were kind of talking off mic a little bit, kind of about first impressions, that almost all of the endings are positive.
Yeah. I never died.
I died twice.
Is it because you played it safe so many times?
Maybe.
Yep. I knew it.
Well, then I was actually just like going through it and looking for bad endings because I was like, just through all the times I was going through it, I was like, so many positive endings. So I went down. There's only like 4 bad endings, and there's only like 1 like neutral ending. The rest are all positive.
Well, and 2 of the bad endings come from like negative interactions with Indigenous people. And
yes.
so I was very salty about that.
Well, we can get into that a little bit.
But you do your run through.
Yes. So because my run through has one of those endings.
Oh, great.
So yeah, the first place that I go is the sheriff's office.
Oh, of course.
Because I'm a good little boy. I want to go to authority as quickly as possible. So the sheriff tells me about Kurt Malloy. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, I'm going to have to go and like fight him because this is a choose your own adventure. And so basically every time it's set up, whether you go to the hotel, the saloon, or the sheriff's office, you just find out about Kurt Malloy and you're just like, okay. And then you just go about your business.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's never really an option to go see him right away. Mm-hmm. Or interact with Kurt Malloy right away.
I mean, mine did.
But indirectly is what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like a one-stop shop to that, getting there. So my character's like, well, I don't care about that. I'm just looking for money. So I talk to Mrs. Morgan, who's like this old lady. So I just get a bunch of different jobs. I get a ranch hand job. And so there's a bunch of different ranches in this book. We can get to that later. But I go to Red Creek Ranch, and there's this character named Larson. Did you interact with Larson at all? Larson's kind of like the other bad guy.
Oh.
So he just is just kind of a mean person. No one really likes him. He works at this ranch. And so I start working at this ranch, and Larson's just like, I don't like the look of you, kid.
Oh my gosh.
For no reason.
Is it because I'm a girl?
It might be.
It's because we're girls.
They haven't seen the Barbie movie yet.
Get with the times,
right?
Fellas. Jeez.
So, yeah, Larson is just a bad egg and doesn't like me for no reason. So I can go to my supervisor and kind of tattle on him. So I go to my supervisor and so I'm a good kid. I go and tattle.
Oh my gosh.
And so the supervisor's like, oh, well, I don't really care that much. And so I leave the ranch and I get captured by the Native Americans. Mm-hmm. And so maybe let's just stop and pull up that page really quick.
Oh my gosh. Is this the one where you get shot?
It can be.
Okay.
So you surrender and you head to the Native American camp. So the camp is large, probably several hundred people. Mm-hmm. Many of the women are preparing meat and stretching buffalo skins after a successful hunt. Your captors tell you to sit and wait near the edge of the encampment. I believe they say what tribe it is.
They do say Navajo, but they spell it wrong.
Do they really?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not great.
No.
There's an option to escape, or there's an option to just kind of stick around and stay there. And so I do stay there. But like you were saying, if you try to escape, they do end up shooting you. And that's one of the very few ways to die. The only other way to die is by exhaustion. And you get dehydrated and you get bit by a snake. And then there's one more way to die in that Native Americans shoot you with a bow and arrow. But in that instance, you try to shoot them first. So it's kind of like self-defense on their end. Abby just looked up the actual Deadwood, and it's illegally taken from the Lakota.
Not the Navajo.
Yes, but this is a fictional city.
I know.
To try and be fair.
It is, but still.
Yes. So this is Deadwood City. It's not the actual Deadwood. I mean, you can tell that was Packard's obvious. So it should be Lakota and not Navajo. Because I believe Navajo is more Arizona?
New Mexico, I think.
And it does say that the Rocky Mountains are in the background. Mm-hmm. So it probably is supposed to be the actual Deadwood area.
Yeah, because they're in the southwestern United States. If it is the Rocky Mountains, that makes sense. But yeah. Arizona, Utah, New Mexico. Okay. But still, misspelled. He spelled it with an H. That's not correct. We don't have to keep that part in, but I was just like cringe.
Right. So anyway, like I said, there's only 3 ways to die in this book, which is very rare. 2 are by Native Americans, but 1, the Native Americans shoot you out of self-defense. The other one is you're trying to escape.
Mm-hmm. That one's a karma one.
Yeah, I mean, it. Like I was kind of saying in the beginning, for a book that was written in the 70s,
yeah,
not awful.
No. They didn't actually say anything, really, which was nice because we didn't have any, like, terrible... stereotypical language things. So that was really good in that way. But still, like in one of the run-throughs that I went through, you're in Deadwood, city, you run into these 2 fellas, and they're like, we don't want to be ranch hands. We want to go find gold in the hills. We're pretty sure there's gold up in those hills. Up in them hills.
Which would probably be the Black Hills, which they did actually find gold in. Which is next to Deadwood, obviously, but keep going.
So you go up there with your new friends, Jake and Lefty. And you're like, Jake is fine, but Lefty? I don't like something about him. So you're up there with them in the hills, potentially looking for gold. And you can either decide to stay because you haven't found anything yet and keep looking for gold, or you can leave. And if you leave, you pretty much immediately run into an indigenous man, like on a horseback, and he asks you to come with him and help his tribe learn English. And if you go with him, then it's like, you teach them some English, but you're clearly a bad tutor because they only learn a couple of words, and then they're like, you can go now and leave and go back to people, but you'll always be one of our best friends, basically.
Right, so
it was not horrible.
Right.
But it was just kind of like this weird tossed in.
Yes. So anyway, the ending for my first run through was... Oh, cat.
The ending was
meow. So yeah, you're on the Native American land, and you can try to kind of form a treaty. So you kind of form a relationship between the tribe and the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and so you kind of are able to broker kind of a peace, and so that's a good ending. The Native American leader says, "My heart is still heavy, for we can no more trust the white man to keep his promise than the moon to keep its shape."
That was my saddest ending.
Right?
Oh, I hated that ending. I was like, that was my least favorite death. That was the death of hope.
Which I think it's maybe a little bit of a trope to have like a wise man like that. However, it is still good for Packard to kind of acknowledge the Native American history. So I mean, it's this one is a little complicated, but overall, I think he got it as right as he could have.
Right. For I guess the knowledge and of historically like what he would have had access to at the time.
Yes.
I would say probably doing the best with what he had at the time, potentially. So,
yeah,
could have been way worse.
Definitely.
But it could have been a lot better.
Yes.
What other funny, weird stuff happened? Oh, my favorite part in this book that we haven't gotten to yet was, what's her name? Miss Morgan.
I did talk about Miss Morgan. She was the old lady.
About Miss Morgan. When I went to... I think it was the sheriff, he told me to go to Miss Morgan, and one of the times when I did that, she mentioned a newspaper. She had bought a printing press at one point, and she wanted to start a newspaper herself, but she didn't have the energy to do it anymore. And so she asked if you would be interested, if I would be interested in starting a newspaper. And I was like, oh, heck yeah, I love writing. I love people listening to me talk. Why do you think we have this podcast? So anyway, the cattle guys come forward. Oh, we need to talk about the ranch stuff too.
There's a whole bunch.
There's
half of this is all ranch
stuff. So much ranch stuff. So she's like, okay, do this. It's just going to be about Deadwood City news. And I was like, all right, girl, I'm on it. So I'm like, I'm going to put it out every Friday. People come into town. They want to read about the Deadwood City news. I'm your gal Friday.
What's hot? What's not?
What's hot? Who looks good this weekend?
What's trending?
What's the goss? What's the tea? And so it's all me, baby. So the cattle ranchers come to me and they have a hot story. They're like, look, sis, the sheep ranchers are butts. They are coming onto our land and their sheep bite down too far on the grass and it dies. And I'm like, ew. Yikes.
Because that plays into a different storyline later. But anyway, keep going.
And then I'm like, I can either run that story like immediately, or I can look into this some more. Maybe I should get the other side of the story. And that's what I decided to do because I'm a smart journalist. So I go and talk to the sheep ranchers and they're like, that's not the whole story. The other guys are like roping off the watering holes so that we can't get to it. And they're putting up barbed wire fences so that we can't have all the land and stuff. And I'm like, rude. That is rude. This is public land. And so I run that story instead.
Awesome.
And then the cattle ranchers are mad at me. And they come with some toughs and they're like, we're going to beat you up, 12-year-old girl.
With your school newspaper.
And so then I have to decide, am I still going to keep speaking my truth and and defending the sheep ranchers, or am I going to like bend the knee to the cattle ranchers? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, I give in to no one. And so I run a story that's like all about free speech and the freedom of the press. And then I am just cool and everyone loves me except for the cattle ranchers who hate me. And I can't remember what happens after that.
That's okay.
Because I blocked it out because
I'm sure
I was just so proud of myself. It was great.
The biggest thing you ever achieved.
It was so good.
I like how there were actually like stakes in those choices too. I mean, it didn't really pay out because the outcomes were, I'm sure, positive no matter what.
No, it was great.
But yeah, like those are very interesting choices.
Yeah. It felt very much like I was doing something important, and I really enjoyed the work. It was like no free press means no freedom. And that's very much something that I, as a librarian, I was like, this is it, man. Like, this is what we as librarians fight for is like, don't censor.
Right.
Like free speech and stuff. And so, yeah, like you decide to continue like speaking your truth and you realize that there might still be trouble ahead, it says, but you enjoy your work and you're determined to make your newspaper, the Deadwood Dispatch, the best in the West. And so that's how your story ends there. It's like you're just dedicated. And I'm like, yes, I love it. That's awesome.
Well, anyway, to pair with that, there are several ranches that you can join, and you can actually join the sheep ranch you were just talking about. So it's Eagle Ranch. So Eagle Ranch is the sheep ranch. Which
makes no sense because it should have birds on it. Go on.
I don't understand what the joke was, though. Because it should have birds on it?
Yes, because it's called Eagle Ranch. Eagles are birds.
Right. But it's a sheep ranch.
But it should have birds on it if it's called Eagle.
Okay, yes. Okay. Why'd that tickle you so much?
I don't know. Go on.
But anyway, you can join Eagle Ranch, which has no birds. But that's the sheep ranch. But because you're not writing the newspaper article,
no.
Your sheep start to die because they can't reach the water. However, this book is so positive that even though your ranch failed and your sheep didn't succeed, it doesn't matter because you end up forming like your own ranch and you have like a prize winning bull. Like you're like a bull tamer, and it all works out.
Bull whisperer.
Basically. So that's just a good example of just even when things look bad, Packard hasn't really figured out the formula yet, and he just kind of pulls a 180 and wants to give you a positive ending anyway.
It's true.
So anyway, but there's a lot of really cool storylines. Like you can do the newspaper one, which I didn't get to. There's the gambling storyline, which you can try to find like the cheat in the gambling.
I didn't do that one.
Yeah, there's someone that's cheating at cards, and you can like do a shootout with them.
Ooh.
There's the stagecoach where you can escort either like the mail or gold. That's a lot of fun.
Ooh, I didn't do that one either.
But unfortunately, there's a lot of different like ranch storylines.
There are so many ranch storylines.
I counted 4 different ones.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Which makes sense because you're a cowboy or a cowgirl. Which, I mean, that's...
On a steel horse you ride.
Oh, so that makes sense for the time because it wasn't all rootin' tootin' shooting.
No, not everyone can be a rootin' tootin' shooting guy. Not
Right.
everyone can be a gunslinger. Some people need to tend the cattle.
Right.
And the eagles. And the eagles.
These eagles aren't going to raise themselves.
Oh.
So yeah, there's 4 different ranches. There's the Red Creek Ranch, which has Larson on it, and he's kind of this bad guy that isn't like you, especially you, a child. There's the Eagle Ranch, which is the sheep ranch that fails.
Should have eagles on it.
There's there's Sunrise Ranch, which is just a ranch that succeeds. I didn't even write notes about it. And then there's Lazy Circle Ranch, which I wrote down as the Sad Bean Ranch. Because that was one of like the sad endings was... Here, let me get to it. So you kind of think about your choices, the choices that you made, and things are kind of working out okay, but soon winter comes, the wind howls, and the snow piles up around your bunkhouse. Often you only have half a can of beans for dinner. You spend the evenings huddled by the wood stove, wondering whether somehow you could have found a better life. So sad beans.
Oh my gosh. I never actually got to a bad, sad ending. I had to backwards engineer the rattlesnake bite death that I got, which was the one where if you go out to meet Kurt Malloy and you decide to take the path of nonviolence and not battle him, he will say, like, "Get back here! Don't you walk away!" And you can, like, go back to him and he'll be like, "I like the look of you, actually. You want to join my gang?" And you're like, "Sure, why not? I want to be the new sheriff or something."
Yes.
That's what he says. And you're like, actually, you can be like, "Ooh, actually, I don't want to do that now."
Because you almost got to my favorite ending.
I changed my mind.
But anyway, so you leave the sheriff's office.
Yeah, and then if you leave the sheriff's office, then you can leave and then be intercepted.
I'm being attacked by a cat.
The indigenous people, and then get to that one ending that you got to, but instead of getting to the place where you get shot or put your gun down or manufacture the go and do the peace thing with the Bureau of Indian Affairs, you could try to escape from them, like get away, but you have just like this very, very dry canteen, and you're wandering along in the desert, and it's like very arid, and you have you're like, "I'm walking along, this is such a bad choice, I'm so stupid." And then a rattlesnake bites you, but you barely even feel it because you're so like despondent and done, and then you just die in the middle of nowhere. And then there's this like illustration of you like splayed out on the ground. You're too far gone to even feel its bite. In a few hours, you're just another piece of the history of the West. I love it.
with your huge hat just sitting there.
Yeehaw. More like yee-naw. And I love it because you're like, you feel like you don't owe them anything. You're not going to help them negotiate a peace.
Right.
So you're going to just walk back to the city. And so then you try to.
But then Packard rightfully gives you like a moral...
Yeah, here's your comeuppance. You little twerp. But I had to go backwards to engineer that. And it was hard.
Right, because there's only, like I said, there's only 4 bad endings out of a possible 37.
And I never would have naturally chosen that path, like ever in my life. To get to there,
well, you have to make like kind of a bad choice to get to that.
You had to make multiple bad choices. Like 5 bad choices, like 6 bad choices to get there. Because I never would have made those choices, ever. Not just like stupid choices, but like morally like depleted choices. I never would have made those choices. Just terrible.
Well, I think we're about to wrap it up, so let's get to favorite endings. Because you touched on one of mine. So like I said before, Kirk Malloy is kind of in the background of this book. He's kind of the mission, but not really, to get rid of him. So you can get in a gunfight with him like you did.
Yep.
And he always shoots you. You never shoot him. But it sounds like you got him anyway.
Yep.
I'm not sure how, but there's another way to like try track him down somewhere else. And you get into another shootout with him and you still miss. And
maybe there's a force field around him.
Basically. And you get escorted away from the camp by by one of his henchmen. And he's like, "This is your second warning. If I ever see you again, it's gonna be your comeuppance." And I like to think that you just never learn your lesson. And he's like, "This is your 14th warning."
He's like, "I'm warning you for the 76th time."
Because you think in this book about cowboys, like you would potentially get shot in a shootout and die.
Yeah, right.
But that never happens.
At high noon. You never get that.
Right. But anyway, there is a way to join Kirk Malloy's gang. Ooh. And that's my favorite ending, because you kind of touched on that. So you join up with his gang, and so you and his gang, you go to the sheriff's office, and you are basically sitting ducks, and the sheriff comes out with like a big posse and shoots up the place, and the gang escapes. But luckily, since you're just a kid, they just like don't notice you. You're probably just like hiding in a corner somewhere. They're like, well, surely this kid isn't part of the gang. So from there, you can kind of go a different route, or you can meet back up with the gang. So yeah, you're just by this abandoned farmhouse, and you see Malloy, and you're kind of coming up with some plans, and then a posse comes out again, and you all surrender. You have no choice, and you get 2.5 years in jail.
Oh my god!
Just getting into a shootout, being forgotten, and then meeting up with the gang again.
Huh.
And then getting arrested.
I love it. So my favorite ending was when you go gold prospecting with Jake and Lefty. You're getting those weird feelings about Lefty. You can either decide to leave or stay with them. If you decide to stay, the next morning Jake leaves. And then while you and Lefty continue searching, Lefty actually finds a big vein of gold.
Yes.
And then you're finding a bunch of nuggets. And Lefty is like, well, maybe I'm just gonna keep them for myself. We was partners, and now we ain't no more. And then you're like, I don't like you. I don't like your face. I don't like anything about you. And so then you can either decide to fight with him right there, or you can decide to pursue him at a distance and wait for the right moment to strike, or you can decide to go back to Deadwood and get some help. I was like, I'm going to fight this jerk right
away?
now. Okay. Yes. I'm not going to give him 1 second. I'm not going to give him 1 second. So I'm like moving. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I walk back. I take a couple paces. He tries to draw his gun, but I'm faster. Apparently, I'm a better shot than I was when I was trying to fight Kurt Malloy. Because boom, I shoot his gun right out of his hand. And
Which I think is really hard to do.
It's so hard to do. And I'm like, you tried to murder me. Get out of here. And he's like, can I keep the gold? And you're like, no. Go away. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. And then you get the gold.
The big pouch of gold, and you get to leave smiling.
And that one is hard to end badly because so if you confront him right away, you get the gold. If you kind of wait for your moment, you still get the gold. And if you decide to go back for help, you they can't find him, and you don't get the gold. But it's just like, it's okay. Just find a new job. So that's more of a neutral ending.
Yeah.
But it's like, wah, wah.
I know. But yeah, I'm like, who would ride off to get help?
I would.
I'm going to fight this turd right now.
Excuse me, sir.
Nobody disrespects me in my own...
Outside.
In my own encampment, and I will shoot your gun out of your hand. Oh, I love it.
Normally can't hit the broadside of a barn, this time...
I missed Kurt Malloy twice, but I don't miss Lefty once.
Well, the thing is, I think you were probably aiming for his head.
Yeah.
You hit his gun instead.
Yep. Oh, Lefty.
So that was Deadwood City. What'd you think of this one?
I thought it was fun. It was like the ranch stories were not as fun, but I liked a lot of the other stuff in it. I thought like the shootout stuff with Kurt Malloy was fun. I loved the newspaper story.
I'm kind of sad I didn't get to that one. That one's fun.
That one was really cool. This one was one of my favorites in a while. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think this one was bad. I just didn't think it was good. I definitely like all the different paths, and that this one didn't have necessarily a central mission, but I did like that kind of villain in the background. I just didn't like the endings. The endings didn't feel really earned. They were just too positive all the time, especially that one ending where like you're on the failing sheep ranch, but it's okay because now you're just a prize-winning bull herder or whatever.
Right. That doesn't make sense, yeah. I mean, those, like, ranch ones, that's what was, like, boring. So I wish there would have been more other stuff. I mean, there's more in the Wild West than just those, like, couple options. So it would have been fun if there was some more. But yeah, it was cool. For, like, a short, you know, how many pages are in this? 113. So...
this one felt shorter than normal, too.
Yeah.
And, like, the run-throughs felt shorter.
Yeah. They really, a lot of them were just like, oh, that's it.
So yeah, I was able to get through more of the book than normal, I felt.
Yeah.
I feel like I got through most of the endings, except for the newspaper one, obviously.
Yeah, I felt like there was a bunch where I was like, how would I ever get to that one? You know, a lot of them where I was like, there's just no way for me to ever find that one. You know, so I was like, how am I ever going to find that stagecoach one? There's no way for me to find that. No choices that I would make would lead me to those kinds of things. But the ones that I found, I was like, oh, these are fine.
Yeah.
I mostly felt like, okay, I'm having fun. So maybe you just have to be more like me and pick bold choices.
I'm scared. I'm a scared.
Be bold.
Well, I always do it like midway through. I do. At least like the first one.
You just midway through think to yourself, what would Abby do?
But Abby, that's how I live all my life, all the time.
I have to start thinking, what would Peter do? And then I'll get a Peter ending.
Just cower. Cower into a ball. Let someone else handle it.
I'll go right to the lawman.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I require some assistance when you have a moment.
If it's not an inconvenience.
Yes, I will take a number. Or come back later. Well, that was Deadwood City. And yeah, overall decent. You seem to like it more, but that's great. And the next one, Who boy, we have Who Killed Harlowe Thrombey. And this, I think, is considered to be one of the best ones.
Yeah. I'm excited because...
I'm really excited, too.
This one, too, I've seen some, like, hubbub online that this is something that was like, oh, parts of it are like what
Ryan Johnson
had based
Knives Out
on. And so I'm like, ooh, I'm really excited to go through this one. So if you have a chance to find a copy, readers and listeners, that would be a fun one to read through.
I glanced through my copy a little bit, and some of the choices look crazy.
Yes!
So I'm really excited for this one. So that'll be our next book. Let's get through housekeeping. Make sure that you leave us a positive review. It really helps the show out. Make sure that you subscribe, because we just kind of release these. We're trying to do a kind of a normal schedule, but sometimes just life. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you look at our Redbubble store. I'm not sure if it's live yet, but you can buy some magnets, you can buy some stickers, you can buy some shirts with our logo on it.
Do you have a tote bag?
I think there's a tote bag too.
Tight.
So our logo is so cool. I have a lot of friends that are like, oh, I love your logo. It's so cool. I'm like, hey, do you listen to the show? And they're like, no, but the logo is really cool.
So you can look like you listen to the show.
Exactly. So you can, if you're one of my friends and you're listening to this, well then...
You're not listening to this.
You're not listening to this, but just buy a sticker. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram, because we post memes about the book and just kind of wacky stuff.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all that I post.
Yeah, but whatever.
But it's worth it. They're funny.
Mm-hmm. Worth your time.
Yeah.
And also we post when new episodes drop.
Yep.
And this is new. We also are going to have an email address. So it's just chooseyourownbookclubpodcast@gmail.com. I'll put the link in the show notes or whatever. So if you want to write in, tell us how much you like the show, or if there's things that we didn't address in certain books, if there's any knowledge, any way you want to contact us at all, just let us know. Thanks for choosing us today, everybody. That's going to be my new send-off.
Oh, God.
I like it.
I like it too.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad. It was a very judgy look from you.
That's just how I look.
Well, that's fair. So, I'm Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
This has been Choose Your Own Book Club. We'll see you next time, partners.
Oh, my God.
You didn't do it. I thought you were going to.
Happy trails.
Well, thank you for begrudgingly doing it. You were doing voice the whole time.
I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready because I'm usually the voice person.
Fair enough. All right. All right.
No.
Okay.